All right. Spirit, I ask you to flow through me as I speak and channel and do the things. Okay. Hello. I am here reporting live from my life. I just needed to get outside today. I needed to get out of my fucking house because I feel like I've just been there all the time. I've been in a hermit mode for the last couple of months, really longer than that, but it's really like over the last couple of months. And I've just been in a hermit mode, so I can feel myself kind of coming out of that, but it's awkward. And I feel like I have Bambi legs right now. Um, so it's like I have to learn how to walk in this new energy and frequency and learn how to like be and live life in this new frequency of energy that I'm in. So I've been slowly trying to gently lead myself outside a lot more often. Um, Yesterday I went on a walk with my dog on a trail. That was really nice. And so just small, bite-sized things. Um, Outside of the things that already pull me outside of my house, right? Things that are literally just like for me to get out of the house. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting last couple of months. I have been deepening my spiritual development and just being with myself, being with God, listening, learning, changing, resting. That's very much the energy that I've been in because I have been like really communicating with God on a deeper level the last few months. And the entirety of my reality has shifted and is still shifting. And I'm just doing my best to get the hell out of the way. I'm just doing my best to get the hell. I need to redo my hair. But I'm doing my best to get the hell out of the way. I am. I don't know. My sleep schedule is still fucked, very much so. Still going to sleep at like 3, 4 a.m. Sometimes I'm not going to sleep at all, sleeping all day. Um, and but just letting myself be in it and not trying to force anything right now, but still gently, little by little, guiding myself back on track. Basically, it's nor or not back on track because that insinuates that I'm off track, but back in like a um back in, I guess, rhythm with the circadian rhythm of the world. I've been up while everybody sleep. That's by design. That's by design. You can hear God clearer in the middle of the night because everybody's asleep. The world is asleep. Things are quiet. It's quiet. So I can hear clearer. That's why I've been guided to be awake in those hours versus um, the typical daytime hours. But I've been like gently guiding myself now that the new energies, I'm gelling with them, I'm letting them sit in my body, I'm letting the frequency, I'm like, really being in it and just like allowing it to seep into my cells and into my psyche. So now I'm like, okay, let's start gently guiding myself back on like a schedule that is not so uh opposite of everything else, essentially. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't have no fucking words. I'm just changing. I am changing. Mm-hmm. But I don't even have nothing to say for this video. I just wanted to make a video because I'm in the park and I look cute. I took some pictures. Took some pictures. I really hope I haven't been flashing the camera. Let me just go ahead and just do this. Do this. I took some pictures. I need to take my hair down and redo it because it'll look a mess. Not a mess, but just old. Can never look a mess over here, honey. Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. But yeah, I've just been getting used to this comfy new space. Excited to see who I'm gonna meet. Well, what new thing's gonna happen. It's gonna be a surprise, and I'm like really excited. I'm definitely it's definitely tests your faith and your patience when you're in a transitional period like this because it's like you're like, okay, what's now? What happens next? Like I did all the things. I let go of who I needed to let go of. I, you know, um, did the shadow work. I did all the things, calling this in, da 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 da, doing all the things. And now that I'm like in this transitional, like liminal space, this void that I'm in, the womb. It's really symbolic for the womb, being in the womb, and at any moment, it's gonna be something that triggers the fucking birth. You know what I mean? And I know that it won't be like a. It might not be. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be like. Let me not say I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be like, but this is essentially that's what's happening. I'm being birthed, the new version of myself. Not even the new version of myself, the version of myself that I've always been and always had and always have been, without all of the extra projections. I just felt something weird under my butt. Something just threw my energy off, but maybe I do need to light another insulin. I don't know. Something threw my energy off. Either way it goes. Um, yeah, I'm being birthed. I'm being birthed. I was looking up because I couldn't describe it. I was sitting on my couch and I was thinking to myself, talking to God, whatever, and I was thinking to myself about like, what is the energy that I'm feeling right now? What is the energy that I'm in? It's like I know what it feels like because I feel it and I'm in it. But I like putting words and language to my experience as best I can. But eventually, it will just end up being word soup. But I try to put words and language to my feelings as best I can. And I was like, what is this? This in between space where like it feels like the pressure is just building and building and building, and at any moment something's gonna happen. What is this space that I'm in? And it reminded me of an orgasm. And I was like, what? Yes. What is that energy right before an orgasm? Like right before you cross over into orgasm land. And I looked it up, and according to the stages of sexual arousal or whatever, that that stage right before the orgasm itself is called the plateau, which is ironic because plateau to me feels like, you're building, 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 and then it levels out. So it was kind of like that didn't really make sense to me. But then I realized that that's exactly the space that I'm in, because right now I'm in like a period of waiting and a period of just being, existing, not not being too attached to anything, just allowing myself to like get comfortable in this new skin that I'm in. And it does kind of feel like a plateau because you do all this spiritual work, you do all of this work, all of this to get to this moment, right? All of the healing work, all of the therapy, all of the journaling, all of the shadow work, all of the fucking whatever it is that helped you get to your point. It's like we do all of this, right? We do all of this work because it is work. We do all this spiritual work for sometimes years on end. Sometimes, you know what I mean? For me, years to get to this point where you're literally like at the door of the new reality that you're stepping into, that you've been calling into your life this whole time, whether consciously or unconsciously, and you're at the door and you're just like, when is the door gonna open? When is the door gonna open? When is the door gonna open? And you're just like, and everything kind of just feels still in life and feels like nothing's happening. But so I understand now why it would be called a plateau. But the thing is, there's a lot happening. Oh my God, really? Right now? All right, I'll pause. But the thing is, it's not that nothing's happening, is that it's just that things are happening beyond my perception right now. And that's how God works. That's how this spirituality shit works. That's how, whatever you want to call it, that's how it works. Is like you're doing your work, you're doing your thing, right? So that you can match the frequency that you're calling in. You have to also have faith that God will follow its end of the deal. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better words. But that you know, the things that you have been instilling in yourself for so long. I am safe. I am supported. I am loved. Calling in ease, calling in flow, calling in softness, right? Abundance, right? You're, it's such a freaky thing because you're essentially retuning your own frequency while simultaneously telling spirit that this is what I want. This is what I want my life to look like. This is the reality I want to be in. Um, so spirit, while you're working, spirit is working. And now I'm in this space where I've worked. Now I'm just like here. And don't get it twisted. I still do things. I still work. I still, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just that weird space. And the the mindsets that I that were running my default settings before this, they get louder. Like the parts of your old self that's dying off, the parts of you that are like diminishing, they get louder and louder and louder in this time. And from all the things that I've seen, because I am a student at heart, I'm watching the videos, I'm reading the books, I'm listening to the podcasts, I'm using whatever resource I have at my disposal to tap into this experience so that I have a better understanding of what I'm experiencing. You can never. It's a bird just flew by, a really big bird just flew by. That's just beautiful. Confirmation all around. Ooh, ah, ooh. But I didn't lost my train of thought. That bird came through and then swished the thoughts with it. And I'm not even mad at it. Swish the thoughts then. Take them because they must have not been that important no way. It's just an interesting space to be in. I'm learning so much about myself, learning so much about, not even learning, remembering, seeing myself more clearly and more clearly as I can, as much as I can every day, and understanding my strengths and just how dope I actually am, and not just on no like I love myself, so I'm so dope. Like no, like I got evidence to back this shit up. Okay, like I am pretty fucking amazing, and a lot of the times I forget that, or I can't see it. It's not that I forget, I can't see it, so it's harder for me to, I feel like, to grasp. That's where faith comes in, right? You have to, and intuition, and letting go of outside projections, and it's it's a journey, but it is a really beautiful mystical experience, because sometimes I'm just like in awe of the things that I experience, and just how the deeper you tap in, the more you tap in, the more you feel it, the more it is coursing through your veins, you know. And I'm a believer that nobody is separate from spirit. You might just be little, you know, your ears just might be a little clogged, but no one is separate from spirit. So you just feel it and just allow it to flow, allow it to speak, and be open to receiving the message and the messages and the signs in whatever way. If it get your attention, it get your attention. It don't matter. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences at all. If I can't see the significance in it at the moment, then I probably would be able to in the future. And that's like the whole thing, is like everything that I'm calling in has already happened. So I'm just placing myself in a frequency that matches that reality's frequency. So I don't even have to worry. I don't have to doubt, because it is inevitable. Like Thor said, I am inevitable. I am inevitable. Like dead ass. Like, come on. And the more you really sit in that, get comfortable in that, and the more your reality will start to reflect that. It is the trippiest shit in the fucking world, but it fucking works. Okay? It is the trippiest shit in the world, but it fucking works. If you stay grounded, that's a big part of this. Stay your ass grounded, because you don't want to tap in too deep and you get taken, flown away somewhere. So you got to definitely have balance in this. Um, so, you know, when you open up the spirit in that way, you really are opening up your upper chakras, and you want to make sure that you're also grounding down into earth, into reality. We're shaping and forming our reality, but there are some things that are like, you want to just stay balanced. Okay, that's that Pisces Virgo shit. Stay balanced. Um, so yeah, it's been dope. It has been. It's been isolating, but dope nonetheless, to be honest, because I still don't feel fully isolated. Like I go, like I see people, I talk to people, enough people to where I don't feel like I am a legit like recluse and I don't talk to anybody, I don't see anybody, stay in the house. Like no, I still am able to talk to people. when I need to talk to people. Because I ain't the type of person that can just be in the house and not talk to anybody for days and days and days and days. I need to go outside. I need to go to the store, something. I need to remind myself, oh, there's a world out here. Don't forget that there's a world out here. All of that spiritual work is great. All of that healing work is great. All that shadow work is great. But don't forget there's a world out here. You we are like, essentially we do all of this work so that we can live our fucking best lives. So it's like eventually you have the trust that the work is taking place and that everything that's meant to find you will find you, and go out and live the life. You got to put all of that work to practice, apply it. That's the part I'm in. Learning how to really, 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 not even that. I don't give myself enough credit. I don't give myself enough credit because, to be completely honest, the things that I think that I'm still working on, and I still got some work to do. I have mastered it more than I'm actually aware of. And that's how fucking dope I am. Is that when you really tap in and you really trust that you're being guided, you just do things. In the moment, consciously, you might think that you're willing yourself to do it, and you are to a certain extent because that energy has to match. The energy, the frequencies have to align in order for the thing to happen, right? It's not just you willing it, willing yourself to do it is literally your spirit, like you are moved, like it's moving you, and you won't even really be conscious that that's what you're doing, that everything that you're doing, is shadow work, it's therapy sessions, it's having hard conversations with people, it's pouring into myself, having boundaries, all these different things that we practice and put into place so that we can become the best versions of ourselves. You don't, in the moment when you're doing it, you don't really realize that that's what you're doing. And then when you get to the point where it's like, okay, you did it. And you like, oh, I guess I did. I guess I did do it. Because I just be, it's just in like, I couldn't not do this. And that's the thing about it, is that when this is your life, this is your calling, this is what you're supposed to be doing, you're breaking the generational curses, you're breaking away from the quote unquote pack to find your own path, to find your own way, not just taking what the world has said to be true as true for you, going out, exploring, learning, going to new places, meeting new people, gaining new perspectives, seeing the world from a different lens. It just is who you are. I'm having to realize that this, and accept that this is just who I am. This is just who I am. So sometimes I'm just like, put them back on. Sometimes I'm just like, sometimes I think it can be ego. And sometimes it will be. But for the most part, don't be enough. Cause it's like, girl, you done did this. You didn't go near here. You done had these experiences, XYZ. You know about all of this shit over here. And you're beautiful, you're talented. Like, what's not clicking, Steven? What's not clicking? And I have to like remind myself, like, girl, you kinda are the shit. I need you to start acting like it. Definitely have to keep reminding myself that, like, I really am like that girl. And I absolutely deserve to live in abundance and ease and flow. And you know what I was writing down in my journal the other day? It hit me. I was listening to somebody speak about their experience with, I guess, their like challenges in their journey. And I was thinking to myself, like, damn, I feel like I haven't had like super crazy challenges that have come in and really threw me for a loop, or and I got started to fear that, oh my God, either I'm doing something wrong or there are devastating challenges that are gonna be that are up ahead. And then I realized, it clicked in that moment. I realized, what if the challenges that you faced were challenges, but because you are so resilient and because you are so fucking smart and brilliant, you just face that shit like that and move on. It may not feel like much of a challenge to you, but to somebody else, it may have been something that could really take them out. You gotta see yourself, baby. That's what my spirits be saying. You gotta see yourself, baby. Like, who are you to say that the challenges that you faced weren't good enough to be considered challenges? Because you may not have really struggled through them. Girl, I was just like, dang. And I was writing down, my problems don't have to be gigantic and devastating in order for them to be problems. My life is meant to be easeful. My life is meant to be abundant. My life is meant to, you know, I'm meant to not be super stressed all the time. It's not to say that there's like, I'll never be stressed or I'll never feel pain or whatever the case may be, but like, you over here looking for shit to start falling out the sky and worst case scenario and something bad's gonna happen. Like, girl, you looking for all of this shit, you, when it's like, it's not meant for you to experience that. You here to do the good shit. You here to be in the ease and the flow. That's what you here for. You here to be in the ease and the flow and in the abundance. And I had to like rewire that in my mind. Like, just because I may not see something as a challenge in the moment or a full challenge, or I'm not super conscious of it in that way in the moment, I'm still facing that challenge. I'm still facing it head on, solution oriented, um, doing whatever affirmations, whatever meditation, or whatever I need to do to get myself back on track. I do that like that. I just do it. If I'm feeling anxious about something, if I'm feeling, I'll journal or I'll yoga or I'll whatever, or I'll just take a nap or I'll just doom scroll, whatever the case may be. I always ride that wave and I come right on back. So it's like, honey, you have faced challenges. You just so fucking used to facing your shit head on that you don't be realizing that they challenges because you're so used to things being hard for you, or wanting to believe that things are supposed to be hard. They're not supposed to be that hard, actually. So I have to write down, my problems are not meant to be devastating. I am supported. I am loved. You know what I mean? I am protected. So yeah, I gotta really pee. So I'm gonna get up from this space. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna pee and I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna cook some dinner. I've really had a really nice time here at the park. Filmed a video, took some pictures, and now I'm about to go home. My stomach hurts. I gotta pee. I gotta poop. I took my clothes to Goodwill that I donated. All the things that I took out of my closet that I don't wear, took them to Goodwill, donated that. Check, check. Love that. I don't need to stop by the store for nothing. I'm gonna go home, see what we're gonna get into tonight, cause I didn't really sleep last night, and I got about 3 hours of sleep. I drink an energy drink today though, so that's why I'm awake right now. But hopefully, I'm gonna try to get into bed at a decent hour tonight, but I doubt it. I ain't even gonna hold myself to that, child. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Enjoy nature. Get outside. Touch some grass. Talk to a tree. They talk back if you listen. Oh, girl. I have literally become that girl. I have literally become the That's a big fucking hawk, my guy. This is what I'm talking about. Spirit is literally in action. There's a hawk literally right in fucking front of me. I think that's a hawk. Yeah, it's a hawk. It's like a big majestic. I'm pretty sure that's the same bird that flew over there. That is hey spirit. Hey boo. I know you coming over here watching over me, keeping making sure I'm protected, making sure I'm good. I appreciate you. That's a really big hawk. I need to get a picture of it. I wish I could get it on video, but I can't turn this camera. Yeah, no, I can't do that, child. But let me get a video of this hawk. Bye.